In this video, we will be interested in particular in the form that you can include in each of the steps of your program. For the presentation, we will stay on the very simple program that we have created, with in particular a first step and a form that contain only one question. And we will look together how to customize it. For that, you just have to go to the section form on the administrative section where you can find all the existing forms, so the one we have created before, and also have the possibility to create new one. You can, of course, at any time delete, modify, or duplicate any existing form. We will start with form 1. The form builder will be composed of a header, which you can customize the name of the form. To make easy to find your way around. The possibility of view the form in real time, so one of the response side, both of the computer, but also on the mobile version. A part in which we will be able to recognize the different question or separator, and the technical part, which is therefore composed of questions that you can put on the form, and also separators that will allow you to, with title, create section with paragraph to transmit information or URLs, or again with video and picture to develop your step, perhaps to present logo partner or to highlight the program. We will look at some type of question together. So we are going to do something up quite simple. To begin, we will simply customize the first question we have. So we have the possibility, of course, to change the title of the question and add a subtitle. It will allow additional information to be added. You see, I will click on the question. I have the parameter part, which have been updated on this question. And here we see that is mandatory. We will match and see later the question of display. We will ask a telephone number, for example, here, number. You can customize. The person will be able to customize, including PIN code. If you will trash, you can make it mandatory. We will add, for example, we will add itself to a deposit document here, up. There we go. The document submission section. Here we can complete it. That is eventually define format that you accept. So respond will be not able to follow other type of. For example, here I have selected only picture type format. You also have the possibility to put restriction as, for example, here, the minimum of maximum file size to limit the size of the file. Avoid larger piece. I will limit to 5 megabits and I will make this mandatory. We can also look at other questions such as multiple choice question. So here the idea is to be able to select option and potentially select several. We customize that option up simply. We will also add a couple of separator. Here first, paragraph. So we can imagine to give information up to the respondent. There you go. Information general here. And then we can add to ourselves perhaps another separator as a picture up. We will go get a picture directly, or we load one. Here we load one, add it. There you go. I can customize this form, and now I will be able to register it. Once it's registered, I can leave there, editor, I can return to the editor and change the information, and I'm going to leave the editor, and we're going to look together the result we get. There we go. I find my indication and all my questions together. I will be able to complete it. I have my text separator. Each of the mandatory is listed here, and the respondent has the possibility to come back to the question in particular on which he clicked. For the document part, we can also do it together. We will reload the document. For example, there we go. I view the document. I can open in a new window or delete it if I wish. Once we have set up this question, what I would like to do is either the step 3, some settings that I find interesting and I can use in your own program. For this, we will go up on the for number 2, and the first thing, conditional display. To set up a conditional display, you need either a multiple choice or a single choice question or a drop-down menu. We are going to delete this first question. We call it option. The first setup I want to share with you is a conditional display. It is considered that a respondent may only have to answer a question and that should only be displayed according to a certain answer. For example, do you have a presentation document? Yes, then the document is displayed. We'll go together here and we will update a document or tab file. Here we go, up. We'll call them doc. We will make it mandatory up like before. One of the picture format because I have picture stored away, and we will limit to the 5 megabits like before. What I will do here, this is what I will customize the option, for example, of yes and no. Okay. And we will make it conditional. To make this conditional, we will click on the document and that I wish to import, make it import depending on the answer of your previous question. I select my document and click display condition. I will then collect the question, which condition is then option and the answer. If yes, as it is set up as a response. If I click on yes, then the document will appear. We will register and up. We will go to step 3. Here we go. I can see my option question. The document question doesn't appear. If I click on no, nothing happened. If I click on yes, the doc question appears. Like this, you can really customize the candidate experience in relation to the previous answer he has given, and so to offer him across hyper customers. The second point I seemed interesting to me is, for example, block of question. The question block will allow you to replay a group of questions. For example, here we will put here email, an email question, and we will be made compulsory and a question of type, name, which is allow made compulsory, and we will call it Teams. The Teams. The idea is that maybe we'll ask information to person without knowing the number he can give me. For example, inform a few team member, I don't know how many people are in this team, or even update document, I don't know how many documents he has. So I will put my question in a group, and this group will be able to play again as many times as I like. Here we will say 3 times, register this element, up, and I save my form, I key it, and I will update. Oh, step. Okay. Here we go. I find my team tabs and I can add a new team member. So through the group, you can request a limited, unlimited number of information to the respondent without need to include them in hard copy in your form. So it makes it very flexible. I want to share these 2 points with you because, in my opinion, they are very relevant and they allow you to make which program. Do not hesitate if you have any question or specific, contact us and we can give you advice or perhaps see you